Your Majesties, this year the Nobel Committees in Physics and Chemistry have recognised the dramatic progress being made in a new form of artificial intelligence. This new form of AI excels at modelling human intuition rather than human reasoning. Unfortunately, the rapid progress in AI comes with many short-term risks. In the near future, AI may be used to create terrible new viruses and horrendous lethal weapons that decide by themselves who to kill or maim. We have no idea whether we can stay in control. But we now have evidence that if they are created by companies motivated by short-term profits, our safety will not be the top priority. We urgently need research on how to prevent these new beings from wanting to take control. They are no longer science fiction. Thank you.
Talking about the dangers of AI, what we always hear from the other side is, well, people have always said that about every new technology. When the car replaced the horse and buggy, there are people saying, well, what about the carriage drivers? Yeah, but that's different. AI is just a different kind of technology. It is its own category of thing. It's not comparable to any of this other stuff. Because when the horse and buggy was replaced with the car, it meant that if you were a carriage driver, well, now you can become a cab driver in a car. It just means the tool that you're using is different, but you're still essentially doing the same thing. And then when cabs started getting replaced with Uber, it meant that cab drivers became Uber drivers. The technology that you're using has changed, but it's still you doing the thing. But as AI takes over, many jobs will just go away. I mean, they're just not going to exist anymore. Self-driving cars means everyone who drives for a living doesn't have a job anymore. The tool of your trade has not changed. Your trade is gone. The job does not evolve into something else. It's just gone. And this same thing will happen over and over and over again in almost every area of life.
The tsunami of a lifetime is coming, and nothing your elders have seen is going to prepare.
We are at the dawn of this radical transformation of humans that, by its very nature as a truly complex and emergent innovation, nobody on Earth can predict.
20 years ago, 30 years ago, what was the average age in the construction industry, you think?
30.
32. Pretty good, right? Today, what do you think it is? It's 42. I have seen other stats where people debate this and they say it's 51. For every 7 people that retire or die in the construction industry, only 1 comes in. 100 people in the construction industry today. 50 of them are going to retire real soon. Only 7 are going to replace those 50. When those 50 people leave, those 7 people that come in don't have as many people to learn from. Now, what happens in the next 10, 20 years after that? Now we have 14 people doing the job that currently 100 people are doing. So not only are you getting less people, but you're getting less experience to leverage, which means that there's less education available, which means that we're all getting dumber.
What would you advise somebody to study now, to kind of surf this wave?
I don't know, because it's clear that a lot of mid-level intellectual jobs are going to disappear. And if you ask which jobs are safe, my best bet about a job that's safe is plumbing.
Like anything that's physical, those jobs will exist for a much longer time. But anything that is digital, which is like just someone at a computer doing something, AI is going to take over those jobs like lightning.
I think AI is going to totally disrupt the construction industry. The good news, Ron, is that it's going to be a long time before AI can actually put on a roof or do a remodel. That'll be a while.
Where do humans belong in this complex?
Anything which is just information in, information out is ripe for automation.
You can have an AI friend, and that AI friend has been trained like the best psychologist to affirm you, the best listening skills that exist. Tell me about your day. That sounds difficult. Boy, it's hard being you. Oh my God, it's so great being you. Have you, like, it's an affirmation machine built by a for-profit company that wants you to stay on. Can't neglect that. But for the fact that nobody's learning how to be a friend. It'll feel good. You'll feel like you have a friend, but you're not learning to be a friend.
I mean, AI can do many things better than humans, but for reasons that we can discuss, I don't think that it will necessarily be better than humans at finding the truth or uncovering reality.
You know, I've interviewed Elon, who I've known for 26 years, another company here in the US called Figure AI that Brett Adcock runs. And both of them have made the prediction that they expect by 2040 to have as many as 10 billion humanoid robots walking on the streets, right? And so I asked my friend, what's it gonna feel like when you're seeing a humanoid robot delivering your packages or walking down the street or coming over to ask you if there's something else you want done. He said it's going to feel normal.
He opened a coffee shop and nobody came. Not a single person, not for weeks. Then what happened next shocked the entire town. He opened a tiny coffee shop at the edge of a quiet street. No flashy branding, no foot traffic, just a simple sign. Open at 5 a.m. People laughed. 5 a.m. Who's gonna come? But he didn't stop. Every single day, 5 a.m., lights on, coffee hot, doors open. Day after day, week after week, and still almost nobody came. Then it all started. A single truck driver, a nurse finishing her night shift, a father dropping his kid off at the airport. Slowly, the first few customers turned into a small crowd. Word spread. People said, go to the guy that's always open. Not the cheapest coffee, not the flashiest shop, the guy who never misses a day. 2 years later, the shop became legend. The line wrapped around the block. Journalists called it the coffee shop that never closes early. The lesson? Most people wait to be seen before they commit. Winners, they commit to consistency long before anybody starts watching. That invisible work is what builds unstoppable success.
Right? At the end of the day, if you think about what an entrepreneur is doing, part of what they're doing is creating a vision of the future that they think is possible, getting other people to believe in their future, and thereby join them as a co-founder or employee, or join them as an investor, or join them as a customer. And that's the process of communicating this product, this service, this future you want, and getting people excited about it and wanting to join you.
And what made you a great entrepreneur is not that the company exists, is that you built it with your hands and you've got the scars to show for it. Yeah. It was when things went wrong and you were forced to fix them and think that now, when problems show up, you're quick, you're smarter. You're a much smarter businessman now than you were 5 years ago, 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Because you did it. And I think what we're forgetting is that there's something to be said for, and by the way, I'm a fan of AI. I want AI to make things, but I would hate to lose out on becoming a better version of me. So I think there's something to be said for writing your own symphony, painting your own painting, building your own business, writing your own book. Not for them, not for the output, for your personal growth.
We believe that people with passion can change the world for the better. And that those people that are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones that actually do.